Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Us League podcast with Doughboy and CT. I, of course, am CT.
Yes, and I am your boy Doughboy. Normally, we were doing this on Zoom.
Yeah, well, it's Zoom-esque.
It's Zoom-esque, but now we're actually in the studio. You guys see the lives dig. So now when we do the new nickname alert, it'll be less of a reveal, but it'll
be a reveal to me as well.
Okay, so you ready? Are you ready for the new nickname alert?
Before you get to that, also. I think it's pretty obvious that they see that we're not on the.
Come on, but how cool is this?
This is pretty dope. This is the best that money can buy.
You know, it sounds really, really good. So before we move any forward, anybody there that's watching the video, please like the video, share the video, comment on the video. It all helps in building what we are trying to build. Now, are you ready?
Yeah, for the new nickname.
For the new nickname alert. You ready for this?
What's the new nickname, Doughboy?
Doughboy Jackson Jr. You know why they call me Doughboy Jackson Jr.?
Why do they call you Doughboy Jackson Jr.?
They actually don't. I just want to be perceived as Ice Cube's illegitimate son.
It's kind of a letdown.
Dang it, come on, man. I knew this would happen.
Listen, the name was fire.
I knew it would happen.
You had me with the name, and then you went further.
I was pitching it to myself in the mirror like, nah, Clayton's he's
well, first of all, bro.
CT. Yeah. He'll get this.
Yeah, here's the thing. I got it. It was incredible. You had me like this.
I took you to the cliff and then
you just left me up there.
And then I just walked away.
Yeah. You're like, oh, sorry, y'all. Roller coaster's closed. Corona.
I knew this would happen. And I knew, as I said, one day it wouldn't hit. That day was coming.
But here's the thing. I think you think one day that the nickname won't hit. The nickname, the follow-up is just as important as the nickname. Right, and your follow-up was trash in comparison. I was like, man, I was hyped. I wanted you to win.
What are you going to do with this?
Man, what's this going to be?
Hey, man.
But Doughboy Jackson Jr. is fire.
We'll figure. Maybe next week I'll come back and I'll have a better reason.
You know what would be a good reason for it?
What would be a good reason?
You'd be like, yo, you know why they call me Doughboy Jackson Jr.? Why they call you Doughboy Jackson Jr.? Because I'm almost better than the original.
Oh, come on, man.
You know what I mean? Or in this case, because the nickname follow-up didn't hit, you say because my nickname ain't as good as the last.
Come on, man.
Both people win.
Either way.
Yeah.
Shout out to the regular O'Shea Jackson Jr. Shout out to him.
Not while I'm drinking, bro. Shout out to the regular.
But no, man. So we're having a good time in here.
Yeah.
We're feeling good. I got this leather jacket on. How you feel about it?
I don't like it, but you brought it up. You brought it up. All right, listen. This is how. Listen, man. When people, you are famous for fishing for the compliment, brother. Let me tell you something. When people don't give you the compliment,
I kept like, oh, he ain't gonna say not a goddamn.
When people don't give it to you, don't ask for it, man. Like, that's what people like. They lose weight and they be like,
The best up part is in my mind, I already have it lived out how you're gonna give me the compliment.
Oh, well, how did you see it?
I had you say like, yo, you got a nice jacket. I'd be like, oh man, this whole thing, man. Psh, thanks for noticing.
So in
I
your
was gonna
scenario,
hit you with this whole thing.
You also had a in your follow through.
This whole thing. Are you liking this? But nah, so it kind of is a letdown as my new nickname was to you.
You are 0 for 2 right now. This is crazy.
Rocking with this.
Well, it's 0 for 2 because you're 1 for 2 because the nickname is hot.
It is. But we
Doughboy
just gotta
Jackson
get the follow.
Jr.
Got to spend a little bit more time on it.
Don't be in such a rush, man.
All the way there. So,
yeah.
Moving right along. How has your week been?
Oh man, the week is actually fire. I do. I played a murder mystery game on my Facebook and YouTube and Twitch with the members of Team CT from the Patreon. Mm-hmm. We did that today. You were there.
Can I give you your flowers on that and how I feel that you're doing?
I would love that.
Man, I just feel that you've just hit a great pocket with your content.
Thank you,
man. Like you were just telling with everybody, I was on there today playing Villainy, and this is a game that we used to play in person. Yeah. And now that we could do it like kind of, mobily online, and have just as much fun. But I just really love what you're doing because I think that you've built a community with your I don't even call them fans. They just seem like just your
fan
team.
Base, yeah.
And it just seems like you guys are just always hanging out. And to be able to find that pocket in this world today, I just think it's super dope. So just super salute.
Thank you,
super
man.
salute to what you're doing. Because I'm just such a big fan of it.
I'm also a member of the donation, brother. It's like, man, I came up with it. It's like watching BT and Tangerine because their community, they had their Discords, right? They had a Discord, and those of you guys who don't know, Discord is a place that's like beyond social media. It's like where you can go if every app shuts you down.
You can go there.
Discord, and your
it's like
people
just running on the generator.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like your fan base gets a chance to get you no matter what. You talk directly to them. It ain't no algorithm to where nobody sees it. All of them see it. And it's fun.
And how cool is that? We never got to have anything like that with people that we rocked with back in the day.
No, and it's one of those things where I feel very fortunate because obviously I'm going to continue to grow as far as my fan base goes, but as far as at this level now, I'm able to still really get to know the people that are supporting me, man. It's like, yo, how's your mama doing? How was work?
Dope.
Like, I like that.
That's what I think I love the most about playing Villainy. The game that we played.
So you gave up. Villains?
Because you actually had people from your community there. It wasn't just other comedians or actors, and that's cool and well too, but just the fact you have that, I just wanted to point it out to you that's super dope, man. I just love seeing what you're doing.
All of it, man, and the donation is going to grow even more. Like, the world loves you, but the donation is going to grow the more content that you drop and the more access that you allow them to have with you. Like us being on Twitch, told you about the video games. People
Uno
just gonna
stuff.
rock. Oh man, Uno so fire.
It don't even seem like you just seem like you're hanging out.
Yeah.
With your crew. So a lot of stuff that I'm starting to do, I'm patterning.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, I'm patterning it after what you're doing, but I definitely love what you're doing. But the rest of this week was good. I know you had some other stuff. I think we talked. You said you were doing some voiceover stuff.
Yeah, I had a voiceover audition. I never like talking about the auditions. Like, my mom will catch me in the middle of doing something. What you doing? I'm like, I got an audition. Oh, okay. Well, tell me about it. I'm like, there's nothing to talk about. They didn't call me. I just need to get this done. Right. So my manager and agent don't say, PCT, what's going on? I don't want to hear none of that shit. So anyway, I'm seeing the comments on the video, bro, from the donation, and they liking it, man.
They loving it, man. Because I think what's dope is I think the dope podcasts come from people that just genuinely have a good connection with each other. And we've been friends for a very long time, so I'm glad that they're loving it.
I'm reading the comments like, you got to stop interrupting CT. I'm like, well, let me tell you something.
I'm a glutton for cutting people
never gonna stop that, and I don't even want you to. This is who you are. Doughboy will ask you a question in the middle of you answering it. Ask you another question. You're like, oh,
or answer it for you, and then it'd be the wrong answer. Then you got to correct me.
We're not answering that.
My week was pretty cool, man. It was just I get into like these pockets, like, you know what I'm saying, of just like emotion. I'm a super emotional person, so it was like kind of tough just dealing with some emotion, like, you know what I'm saying. So like sometimes if I get like sad, I'll just be like sad for longer than most people. So I was kind of like dealing with that, but toward the end of the week, I really started to like.
How do you get out of your sadness?
Talking to people that I rock with. So even sometimes conversations with you. I had a long conversation with your beautiful wife Tangerine today. Just talking to people that are my friends, or just trying to get lost in a show. And currently I'm lost in Shameless. I'm like on season 6 or 7.
You got a long way to go.
Yeah. So I don't know how to fit. Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I stopped at season 7.
It started to get a little bit much, right? With Frank, I was like, okay, it's a little dark. It's a little like, and I'll be trying to go there with them, but some of the stuff I'm like,
So, and it's a great show, but it's like there are so many other shows that I'm into right now that it kind of like got lost by the wayside.
What other shows are you into right now?
Brother,
like, are you watching?
So glad that you asked. Okay. Number one, about 3 weeks ago, I finished Oz. I had never seen the show Oz.
And so you started that completely from scratch. And I think I had went to your house right around when you started it, and then you watched the whole thing? I didn't even watch the whole thing. How many seasons is it?
Brother, it's 6 seasons, brother.
And it was... have you living a crime-free life, huh?
When I tell you I am on top of everything legal, brother, I ain't doing nothing wrong. That stuff was I watched characters go from like A to Z, and you see a character like they come in innocent, bro, and they go out crazy.
Just wild.
And the first thing that you don't realize is people don't know the politics of prison, and they laid it out. It's like, you got the Aryans, you got the blacks, you got the Latin people, and it's so many different
layers that are just. Let me ask you this: as a writer, do you think so? When you see a character and they go through all those different things, do you believe that the writer knows that at the beginning that they're going to take that ride, or do you think that maybe it just
as a show, I think they know where they want to go as an overall theme, but with certain characters, you can't really predict a character popping until you see it on camera. And with a lot of shows, they don't write the whole season out before they shoot it. A lot of shows, they write as they go. So it's like, and Oz was groundbreaking. Like they basically had HBO on the map. Without Oz, none of their other shows after that would have come.
I didn't know that it was that groundbreaking for them.
For them when it came out, yeah. Like for us now watching it, it was still like, what? They were showing Christopher Maloney pissed in a bucket, bro. And this wasn't no CGI piss, bro. This was
piss.
This was 2001. His dick was in the bucket, damn near peeing. I was like, oh, they just gonna show his real.
You're just gonna
dick.
Put it all out there.
This is
balls to the wall.
Literally, balls was on the wall as he was peeing. He was in solitary.
So you watched it all these years later, and it was still good.
It was incredible, man. It was wild to see so many actors that we're fans of now go. Like where they started. Like you look at J.K. Simmons, one of the greatest actors of our time, who is you might know him as J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man. You definitely don't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
You can see the face to tell you.
Okay, you know what? Have you ever seen the We Are Farmers? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Him.
Okay, yeah.
That's a damn shame.
But see, that's the thing though. But like with a lot of these shows,
We Are Farmers. This motherfucker. Go ahead.
I think that because I heard that even with shows like Family Matters, that Steve Urkel was never supposed to be.
No, he was a guest star.
You just find out who pops, and then it just kind of goes from there.
And look at Family Matters if Urkel wasn't there, bro.
How pissed off would you be though if you were a regular actor?
Yeah.
And this little nigga comes on here. I mean, what the fuck, Jaleel White?
You know who was supposed to be mad? You know who was supposed to be. Harriet was supposed to be mad as hell. I'm gonna tell you why.
What's up?
Harriet was the star of the show.
Really?
They made that show a spinoff from Perfect Strangers.
I never knew this.
I got a lot of this
useless
information.
Story. Tell me.
Perfect Strangers. You remember
with
Balky
and them? Yeah.
Why do we say in them?
There was only one other person. Just
I think it was Carl. I think his name was.
Nobody cares about the other guy.
And that's
Balky show.
So unfortunate, man. It was Balky show though. That's what's up. So it was a spinoff from Perfect Strangers.
Did they show up in the episode?
Yes. So Harriet was working on the show, I think down as their lobby person or whatever, and Carl was her husband, and he was a police officer.
Really?
So he came in and they were like, oh, let's make a show centered around them after they leave work.
Like you just said, once the audience likes people, so people must have been like, yo, who are they?
Yeah, interesting, right? And they were black, and they wanted to do this all-black show in the early 90s, or very late 80s. And they did the show, and Jaleel White's character, Urkel, came on.
It stole everything.
He came on and lit it up. And 12 seasons later or something like that? Like, bro.
Nobody else popped from that.
No.
And I always
Darius McCrary.
Oh, he popped from that?
Listen.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm coming off as the resident hater.
Darius McCrary is amazing. He's a friend.
Okay, shout out to Darius.
Shout
out to Darius. I'm just saying, you said
he's done several things. Listen.
I don't want to be that guy. I feel like I'm turning into that. But what else has Darius McCrary?
Listen, I'm not doing this, Doughboy. He's done several things. He also guest starred on an episode of Family Time.
Stop.
This past
I seen him in a movie
us.
recently, and it pissed me off. It really chapped him. He was a cop. Was it in the Tyler Perry movie?
I don't know if he's in the Tyler Perry movie, but most
Fire
recently,
from Grace.
A Fall from Grace.
Wasn't he in that?
I don't remember.
I think he was in it, and he was pissing me off.
Okay,
his character though, not him.
You thinking of Mehcad Brooks?
No, I think it was him. I think it was Darius McCrary.
McCrary?
Him. Him too. Shout out to Darius McCrary. I don't mean this like this. I love you, Darius.
Oh my God, he's going to text me after this comes out.
But I feel like it was a lot of people on that show who do you think should have been pissed the most? Was it Harriet?
Because Harriet was supposed to be her show.
Let me tell you what I always thought.
Carl could have been mad as well.
I always thought, now this is new information you're giving me. I always heard that the show was based on Carl, who was in Die Hard. So I never knew. Listen, I thought it was like follow the life of Carl.
Listen to me right now, Doughboy.
That didn't happen? That's what somebody told me.
Doughboy.
And by somebody,
you shut your white mouth.
That's what
shut your white mouth
now.
It
wasn't a spinoff from Die Hard.
If you're telling me that you think that Carl Winslow was so dynamic in Die Hard that they didn't say, let's give him a movie.
So let's give him
They said, let's give him a TV show with his family to see how they live.
It made perfect sense, though, because he was in Die Hard and he was a cop.
Yes, he was. And then
he was typecast in
played again. There we go. Oh, he was a good cop. Let's have him play a cop in Perfect Strangers with Balky and them.
Did he ever do anything after that?
Yes, Reginald Val Johnson would be pissed. I want to meet Reginald Val Johnson. That's his name.
What else was he in? I'm not even hating, but what else was he in?
Bro, I don't have, why is it?
I don't be knowing
every time we talk about an actor, I have to know their entire resume. I do a good job.
You do.
But I can't know their day-to-day.
But I can't readily think of other stuff that Carl Winslow was in.
Why is that your next question? Why is Family Matters not enough? Why does it have to be? Oh, okay.
That was a groundbreaking show.
What's next? What
it was a groundbreaking show. It was. That should be more than enough. But listen.
Meanwhile, have you noticed that I haven't said N-word because we have a white engineer?
You haven't. I'm like, what's wrong with this thing?
It's something about it. I just can't drop that bomb.
I can.
You do your thing.
Okay, but listen. The world is about to open back up.
Yeah.
Gyms.
You thought Carl Winslow got his own
this whole time
because of Die Hard.
This whole time.
And if that's the case, you never asked yourself, hey, when is Bruce Willis going to pop up? In your mind, if that's the case.
It never.
Jesus.
It never dawned on me.
The world is about to open up.
Okay, the world is about to open up.
Jesus Christ.
The gyms are going to open up, but they're saying only at 10% capacity and you got to make an appointment. So you can't be up in there bullshitting no more. You better do the work.
Yeah.
Now everything is starting to open up stores.
Yeah.
Movies. Like Atlanta and Houston they acting like COVID is a rumor.
Acting. They've never thought it was the truth.
Acting like it's urban legend. COVID, nigga.
COVID.
Oh, that hogwash. So now that California is...
What's next, locusts? And let it just be out.
Niggas. So now that it's going to be open, because California has been one of the most stringentest.
No. Why?
Stringest.
Why do you have to keep butchering it? I had you right on stringent.
So it's
don't even know if you were using it correctly, but I wanted to help.
They have the most stringent policies about going outside.
I'm going to look up stringent.
Look it up, and give me the plural version while you at it.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. Doughboy pluralizes words that are already pluralized, okay? Earlier on Villainy, he was like, yeah, man, what was the word?
What was the word?
I think you said
and I said something incentivized.
Oh, he was talking about incense.
Incense.
And he was like, yeah, man, we're going to get all the incenses. And I was like, brother, incense is already plural.
But no, I never, but
give me all the monies. That too is already plural.
I'm going to need you to not do a little show to
give me all of the money.
It's like a nigga trying to give you a deal, but he going to beat you.
Baby.
Come on, man. Come on, let's just do it now.
It's just $1. Let's look up stringent.
Let's look it up stringent. Look it up just so we know.
Stringent.
And look up the plural form.
Got me coming up with these words in front of this white man like this in front of everybody. It says regulations, requirements, or conditions.
Yes.
Strict, precise, and exact.
Now give me the plural. Give me that plural.
The plural version of stringent?
Mm-hmm. Stringents.
No, you don't need.
Okay. So if somebody. Okay, so the most stringent state was California.
Okay.
Now they're going to open it up, and they're saying it's going to be pretty open. What is the first thing C Tizzle is going to do? I don't know if I like C Tizzle.
It's not. We'll just stick with CT.
What's the first thing you go do?
Shameless plug on the chain. I think the first thing that I'm going to do that's a public thing is go and get on the elliptical at a 24-hour fitness. Let me tell you why. I know that's random. I just looked at the story of a friend that we both have that's mutual. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Mm-hmm. We've known her for over 10 years. Mm-hmm. She's in some island city, right? Mm-hmm. And I see her make a story. It's her and her new boyfriend. Her boyfriend is he's a big guy. Mm-hmm. All right. And she's like, hey, baby. And she's just like in love. Mm-hmm. And I looked at this story. I even called BT. I say, BT, go look at such and such a story.
Why'd you call me?
I'm gonna tell you, because I knew I was going to see you and I could tell you. So I say, look at such and such a story. He looks, I say, dude, do you see how big of a guy this is? This is a thick-built guy, hella pause. Mm-hmm. I say, bitch, if I knew you was in the chubby niggas, I'd have been said something. You understand me? Who knew?
You led with bitch.
Who knew you was in the chubbies?
Who knew? Listen, there is a thing, I'm telling you, about big niggas. And once we find out someone fucks with big niggas, it's like blood in the water. Everybody flocks to the chick.
I say, you been fucking with the chubbies all this time.
But this is how I know what you're saying is full of shit.
Rat bastard.
This is how I know you ain't, there's not a truth in the word that you just said.
What are you talking about?
You said that you were waiting for the world to open up so you go get on the elliptical.
Yeah.
When your good friend Doughboy has an elliptical in his living room.
No. I can't work out in front of people that I know.
Wait, what?
I can't work out in front of people I know, bro.
Why?
Because everything I do looks weird, bro.
That's ridiculous.
I can't run. One time I ran in the park. It was me, Chaz, and Tony Baker. And I say, listen, I got a funny run. I don't want nobody saying nothing. They was like, what you talking about? I got a funny run.
You got a funny run?
I don't want nobody to acknowledge it. And they were like, you tripping, CT. Sure enough, I'm about a mile in, and I start hearing a couple giggles.
Y'all was running miles?
No, it was like, it's, the figure 8 by my crib. It's like a park. So we do like laps, and you get to a mile.
And niggas hit you with the giggles?
They start hitting me with the giggle, and I was like, what y'all laughing at? They was like, oh, man, we didn't know your run was like that. And I'm like...
I told you at the beginning.
So I can go to the gym and be around strangers. I don't care about them, but people I know.
It's funny that you say that because when I used to bump into you at 24 Hour Fitness and I would come up to you, I would see you on the elliptical or treadmill, and I try to cut the conversation. You'd be
always
super
the elliptical,
short.
never the treadmill.
But you'd always be super short. Like, yeah, hi, Playboy. Like I know you in real life.
Can't have you around me too long.
So you think the gym is the first thing you're going to?
Yeah, because maybe a day of it. I would probably go to the gym and then to the movies because I miss going to the movies. And I don't know if comedy clubs are back open. I'll wait for comedy clubs to be open at 100% capacity before I go back out because I want to go. There's so many cities that the members of Team CT
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Have been like, yo, you gonna come to my city, man? When you coming out here, we want to see you. And there are certain cities that are wide open, but it's like something just feels weird when my city isn't open. So when I get a chance to go back out, I want it to be 100% capacity, and I can see all the members of the Team CT fan base wherever they are and go that way. But as far as like public outings, the gym, because I've been wilding, and then go to the movie theater. But I'm not going first.
Right.
I'm gonna wait a couple.
So you're gonna let the other ones go out first. So how long do you think you'll wait till you think the coast is clear?
I don't know, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because even tonight, like as I was leaving the crib, Tangerine was like, oh, "You so excited to get out the house?" I'm like, "I am." I've been in this house, bro. I've been in the house for a year. I can count on one hand how many times I've been out.
It's too much, and so let me tell you things that I want to do. Number one thing is the number two thing that you said. I can't wait to go to the movies. I love movies. I didn't realize how much I actually enjoyed going to the movies, eating popcorn, and reacting to a movie with a room full of strangers.
Right.
It's always just been cool. So
yeah,
I definitely miss that. And the second thing I want to do is get a massage.
You haven't been able to. You have a girlfriend.
She ain't really all that good. She don't like doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's good at it.
What?
She don't love it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they gotta love it.
She gotta love it. Like, I'd be like, and this is the type of ridiculous person she is.
Okay.
And she'll probably be mad at me.
We're
but
here
whatever. It's just still the truth.
We're here now.
So I think it was last Christmas, she got me a gift.
Okay.
Because she knows I be need. So when the world was open, I used to get like 2 massages a week. Just because, bro, I be sore when I be working out.
Yeah, you be working out.
I like, being touched. It's a cool thing.
That's one of your love languages.
Right. So like I would do. So she got me like this really expensive machine gun. Like it's like a massage gun. You like put it.
I've seen those commercials.
Yeah. But she won't use it on me. So I'm like, I'm not an octopus. I can't reach my back. So you bought me this. I can't even use it. So
first animal you thought of that could touch his back was octopus. Keep going.
There's other animals.
I just wanted to let that be shown.
I was saying they have 8 arms they can reach around.
All right.
But like,
octopus even have backs?
No, they got head and arms.
Like head and
they don't even have torsos. They got head and arms.
And I also doubt that they're in the ocean like, oh, let me get the back of them. Man, let me get the back of them.
But nah, so she, I used to get, massages a lot. And like, I asked her to do it. She'd be like, I do it. And it's just always just over. Like, I love to be able to pay for the 90-minute deep tissue jam.
Well, let's back up. Don't you pay the bills in your home?
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything pulling arms and legs to get her to do something for you? What do you do for her besides everything?
I don't know. I mean, and don't let me.
I shot the first shot.
But she does everything. Like she cooks, she cleans. Like she's very good. Okay. But it's just like, what about this back dude?
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to go out. And then the third thing, bro, I haven't just sat in a restaurant.
Yeah, but I think the mask thing is still gonna be, like, hey, keep your mask on, which is kind of
when was the last time you just sat down and just ordered a
restaurant? Hey, you got to keep your mask on unless you're eating. Okay, because Corona's gonna take a break while I'm taking a bite. Go ahead.
They be really on that on the plane.
Yeah.
Like if you I mean when I went to Mexico for my birthday and it was like we had like 2, 3 or 4 hour flights. You gotta keep that being on the entire time. So those are definitely the type of things that I'm definitely looking to do. But I'm gonna tell a story, and I'm gonna be vulnerable right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give. This happened on the way here, and this hurt my feelings.
Here.
On the way here.
Okay.
I seen someone. So this is what happened. So I'm gonna just tell you what happened, and then we can segue into our next conversation. So I seen a friend of mine. Hadn't seen him in a while, and he was with his lady, right? And when I hadn't seen him in like super long. So I was just like, he's like, yo, Doe, what's up? And so I was like, oh, it's my guy. So I said, what's up? So I'm gonna stand up and show you what happened. I want you to be my friend and say, when you see me, I want you to say, Doughboy, what's up? And I'm gonna show you what happened. Okay?
Well, you want to stand up? I mean, you can't. We're just all right. I'm not filming a show right now.
No. Because this is for the effect.
Okay.
Say it.
Hey, Doughboy.
Say, Doughboy, what's up?
Hey, Doughboy, what's up?
Oh, what's up? So do it again in slow motion. Do it again.
Doughboy, what's up?
And that was just... and it was such a terrible feeling because I'm getting fatter again. Like, so I've lost weight, and you know me. I've been
great.
Big. Like, I've been up to 486 pounds. Now I'm in the lower two, like 270.
Okay,
right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. But nigga, why is it so hard to not gain weight as you get older? Like and because I stopped drinking, I stopped drinking officially top of the year. So shout out to 73 days of sobriety. I haven't drank at all this year. But whenever I get sober, I gain weight because when I was drinking, I don't eat. Like I would just drink all my calories. I just wouldn't eat. So, but this sucks. Like how does this change? Like and you said something very profound to me the other day.
What happened?
Because we were talking about something. You were like, no, but let me tell you something, man. It ain't that I don't know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
Know exactly what to do.
I just don't do it. Why do you think us as people, as human beings, know what to do to get our bodies in shape, and we don't do it? Why?
It's a complex answer if you want the truth.
I want it.
Okay, well, number one, let's back up. Okay. The reason it's so hard for you to lose the weight as you're older is because your metabolism slows down naturally as you get older.
Metabolism is an urban legend, but okay, keep going.
I think you're the one that just said you had an issue.
Okay, we're going.
Let's just discuss. And the next part of that is when you know what to do, it's like, okay, perfect example. When I was at my fittest, boy, I didn't have more than $30 in my pocket. I had nothing to do but work out. I literally, I'm waking up, about to go run, do some sit-ups, some push-ups, some squats, calisthenics like you brought up the other day.
You used to be skinny.
Bro, well, here's the funny thing. Perception too, because in my mind at the time of me being at my smallest, I still felt that I was huge because it's like once you're a big person, you never lose the thought.
I thought I was the only person that dealt with that.
No. You always see yourself.
I struggle with looking in the mirror still to this day.
Yeah,
but I don't know how to get this last.
And the next part of your joint is the only way that you can. So your issue, since you drank your calories with the alcohol and now you're not drinking, what you don't realize, and this happens with everybody who has an addictive personality like you and I do, and people who don't, is you replace it with something. So if you drank all your calories and that was the thing, then you stop drinking. It's like people who stop smoking, they start eating a lot of desserts or a lot of bread.
Or people that stop drinking start smoking cigarettes. Or drinking energy drinks or coffee.
Because you got to be addicted to something. They has to fill that void. So for you, for a long time, it was purely working out. I'm only going to work out and I'm not going to do nothing else. I'm going to eat a little bit. I'm going to eat healthy, blah, 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 blah. So you just have to find something else to replace your alcohol that's healthier for you if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Me, I am not $30 poor anymore.
You getting paper?
Hey, man, I'm not getting paper. I just paid my taxes. Government, I have nothing left. I'm starting over.
Nothing.
I ain't got nothing. If y'all could subscribe to everything that I have available, that would be great. Ooh, the money is different.
So is it that? Is it comfort that you think? Like you're in a situation, you got a beautiful wife, you getting money. Why do I need abs?
I think it goes back to discipline, right? Because the things that I did not do, the things that I don't do that I used to do, there's still a long list of things that I do now for my career that have me in over hyper productive mode. So it's possible that my discipline is there, but it's just not there for that.
Exactly. Because and that's what I was thinking too, because I was like, how can people like say me and CT, right? people that neither one of us are from LA.
No.
Moved to Los Angeles. You moved here, what, 05?
No, I moved here 07.
07. I come out 09, not knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
And here we are, what is it?
2021.
2021, 11 years later, 12 years later, and we're still going after it 100%. But we don't do that for our fitness, and it's the only body we get.
Only body.
I just don't know how to. And then, like, when I seen it, like, when I seen my stomach come from so let me tell this story. So this, because you know I'm a dramatic person.
You are very dramatic.
So this is really what happened. So, like, I want to say last year, maybe around September, I was the smallest I've ever been as an adult male. I finally got into the 230.
Ooh.
I was 238, 38 waist.
What?
And so in my mind,
Yeah.
I said, you know, so I couldn't fit none of my clothes.
Yeah.
None of them. Nothing was fitting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm in size 38. Forget all these 44s. Forget the 46s.
Throw them away.
And I said to myself, I said, Doe, I said, you will eventually gain weight and get back into those clothes if you don't get them the fuck out your house.
Nice.
Bag them shits up.
Yeah.
Take them to the Goodwill.
Yeah.
Get it out your house.
God bless
so I said,
you
know
brother.
what? I spent 3 hours.
Yep.
I picked up everything. Everything that I
And that
couldn't
was
fit
just
at
most
time,
of the time it took to lift those clothes.
You understand that?
Yeah.
I bag everything
that was
up.
that was
It wasn't necessary, motherfucker. I'll let you do it. Bagged everything up.
Yeah.
Put it in the trunk.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a procrastinator, so I never took it to the actual
boy.
Goodwill. I never took it. So now, 4 months later,
Time to go shopping.
that was 4 months later.
In the truck.
A nigga done found 35 of them pounds that he had lost. Damn. So I found myself digging back into the bag today to get these jeans because the 38s didn't fit. So I feel like I did it to myself.
No, here's the thing, man. This is what you don't realize. Don't look at things from a negative. As long as you have breath in your lungs and the will to do something better, you can always start again.
I get that, but it's a real fucked up feeling to throw away your fat clothes and then go get them back out your trunk and put it back on.
No, that's not a bad feeling. The bad feeling is to throw away your fat clothes, gain the weight, get your fat clothes back, and they be too tight. Nah, that's life.
Bruh. And so I was really going through stuff, and I felt like I had hit pay dirt. I was like, I got to do wardrobe. I can fit. Because now I had a bunch of 38s. And that, have you ever had that feeling when you put your foot in the jeans and you start to pull, you ain't really part of this big thing yet. Like, you're not even big now. But have you ever put your foot in them jeans and you pull up right around here? You're like, nah, this ain't going to go. This ain't going to happen.
Brother, let me tell you something, man.
You ever button the shirt and you be cool for the first three, and then you get to that fourth, you're like,
That's why you got a button from the bottom. You got to know where you at from the
it
rip.
hurts.
Brother.
I know as soon as I put that foot in the pant, if it's going to work or not. And I put it in the 38 today, it was like, nah.
Let me just say this. For everybody who's watching, man, when you are walking by a guy or a girl who might be large and there's a wall near, don't do this. That is so dramatic, bro.
I don't know why. That's the weirdest. Yeah.
Let's let them go by. Like, ain't nobody that damn big.
So I did make a promise to myself, though, recently.
Okay.
I'm going to be 225 pounds.
Do it.
By June 1st.
Oh, that's a blessing. Hey, you have an elliptical in your living room. Mm-hmm. That should be hit 2 times a day.
I'm going to get back on it, man. I'm going to get back to pushing it and doing my thing. I wanted to ask you a question because, and I know I've tried this a couple of different times.
Okay.
Never works.
What?
I'm thinking
Letting
that
people
you
finish
might
their
be
sentences?
Not ask for second. Shut up, nigga.
Not ask for second.
So I've done. You could be doing the pizza map. Did you already? I'm getting no slack. So
did you wait? You coined the phrase the first time I'd ever heard it. You said you ever eat late and wake up with a food hangover.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what is a food hangover?
Ain't nothing but pasta and donut boxes around. And then you got to pet the dog that bit you when you wake up and bite a donut. Like,
Pet the dog that bit you. What's your question, bro?
Take the edge off. All right. So I've always wanted to get a threesome. Okay. Have never been able to have one. Had one a long time ago. Me and 2 big chicks. I was about 350.
That's not a good thing.
It was a lot of weight in a half a shower. It was nothing but hips everywhere.
Wait a minute. Wait. Y'all all got in a shower together?
I don't know why we thought it was a good idea, but we couldn't close the door. It was 3 people in there. Nobody was fully submerged in water. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to, but it happened.
Bro.
Yes. Yeah. It was we just looked like a stable of just pigs, and the door was open. We couldn't close it. It was just the most ridiculous thing ever.
Y'all look like a stable of pigs.
Bruh, we were just all big in there, bruh. Like, they had titties, I had titties. It was just titties everywhere, hips. It was
the most uncomfortable thing about getting in the shower with somebody is trying to readjust yourself. Oh, excuse me. Let me
bro, the half ones though that don't even have the bathtub though. We was just, and I'm in the back just cold. It was so. But what I've learned is I don't know the cold.
They like that in the tub. Keep going.
So that was the one that I had, and it was trash. Damn. But I want another.
Okay. You have a completely different body now. That's
How
dope.
do you ask for a threesome without getting shot by your girl?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
How you not die? How's the best way to do it?
For everybody who's watching, threesomes are not something that you just want to. You don't really want a threesome. As a man, brother, it's a lot involved, brother. First of all, you have to understand and know which type of threesome you want. Now, there are several types of threesomes. Yes. There's the threesome where both young ladies are really catering to you, which is the epitome of a threesome that a man would want.
So they just come to you and it's just like all about service you.
Where that is happening, that's one version.
Okay.
There's another version where each of you three are it's like y'all all loan out businesses. Y'all trying to help each other. Okay, cool. I'm gonna help you. Oh, you gonna help her, and I'm gonna help her, and then you gonna help me, and then it's like that. There's that. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
And then the other one is where you as the guy are servicing both women, which is exhausting. Okay? I've had all three.
So is the serving two women, is that hard?
What? Yes. Do you not understand?
Have you ever come up short? Like, did you ever walk away from? I don't think both of them.
In a threesome, no.
Okay.
Now, the one-on-ones, I have seen some L's. You understand me? I done caught an L so bad one time. Girl pat me on the back. Don't you touch me.
Patted you on the back?
Don't touch me.
We can try again next Monday. So you never had no flat strikeout with that, but
no.
Okay, so how do you bring it to a woman without just having her think you want to smack? Like,
I'm glad you said that. Now, here's another thing. When it comes to a threesome, if you want to have a threesome with your lady, you guys need to have that conversation low-key before y'all become official. Because if you start springing something up when y'all haven't established that foundation, that's going to cause a rift, right? Then when you're in this relationship, you got to think to yourself, can you and she handle what is about to happen? What are the ground rules? Am I allowed to talk to her outside of this? Do you not want me to kiss her in the mouth? Do you not want me
There's rules?
Yes, there's rules. If you're talking about a relationship and you having a threesome, now you also have to think, that's why I said if you want to have this threesome with your lady. If you don't, you Doughboy. There are some girls that be like, hey, I mean, tell me your real name. Like those girls.
Right.
You could do, that y'all are adults consenting, do whatever you want. But if you want to have a threesome in your relationship.
So if I did, not saying that I do.
Yeah. So scared of your damn girl.
But how do you.
Tony, I want to smoke. Throw the gloves on. Go ahead.
How would I walk it out? Like, how do I say, bae? Because you know the rebuttal that always comes. Oh, you want to bring another bitch in here?
Well, what about you feel about it?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't mess with guys.
I don't mess with guys.
Not a thing. Yeah. So how do I bring it without getting punched in the face? Like, how's a good way to bring it up?
Communication is always key. You say, hey, let's have a conversation. Can we have an adult conversation? Pros and cons. You're somebody, you got to build it up. Look, you're somebody that I trust, I love, we've been through this, blah, 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 blah. Then you say, listen, would you feel comfortable? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts and how open to you are having a threesome? I've always wanted to try this. I had one and it was trash. This is what happened. We couldn't close the door to the shower. As soon as I got in the shower, they were doing that.
Nobody was all the way wet.
Nobody was wet.
Clean.
I smelled something on one of the girls after, but I didn't want to say nothing because they was doing me a favor. But you say these things and you see her response and you say, I'm not saying this because I want you to rebut with, oh, let's bring a guy in. You know what I'm saying? But how would you feel about these things? And are you opposed to if I had this situation separate? Like, do I need a hall pass to do something like this? Or
Oh, wait, so I could ask for a hall pass to go do it with 2 separate, totally different?
Well, you're an adult. You can ask for whatever you want. But B,
I'm going to need you to never have to remind me that I'm an adult.
You walk around here like you are a child. I can, is that okay? Do you think Master let us outside
go for it?
Man, like you got to, have that conversation. And then at the same time, for her, she's going to say what she thinks. She's going to say, oh, well, let me pick the girl. Don't fall for that shit. Okay, because so they'll never pick the girl.
And that'll never happen.
They're going to always string it along.
But don't pick her homegirl either. Because
then that's going to create an argument. Okay, even if you've been wanting to smash.
See, because that's, okay, so.
Let her bring that up.
In the situation before, I thought, okay, it's your homegirl. You ain't tripping. I thought, but then she's thinking, tripping. I wanted to smash the homegirl the whole time, and it was a whole thing.
Which is true. So, if I met her first, type thing.
So then just ask her, set out the ground rules, and then just kind of play it by, and just basically let her quarterback it is what I'm getting from it.
Well, it's tricky because, like I said, if you give her the freedom to say she'll pick the girl, she's never going to pick the girl. It's always going to be I ain't find nobody I'm attracted to. I like these types of girls.
Let me ask you this. Can this also cause a problem? If you ask her, can we do it? And she's like, okay, I'll pick a girl, I'll let you know. Let's just say 3 to 4 weeks pass, she doesn't.
Way too long.
Are you an ain't shit nigga if you start sending her a couple of screenshots of some potential, like, hey, I seen this chick Susan on Instagram, what do you think?
I wouldn't do that because if you just start sending a screenshot, what do you think in her mind it's going to be? Have you dealt with her before? How much have y'all talked? Because that's completely separate from her. She has no control over that. If anything, I would say when the world opens back up, y'all either meet a girl together online, y'all can go to a party, that type of party, and meet somebody. This is all assuming she's with it.
She's right. If she ain't with it, just stop bringing it up and shut up. You're not going to win.
Well, I always vote for people being happy. Don't ever not be happy, bro.
Right.
Always go for what you feel you want.
And then let me ask you this, since you have done this before.
Yeah.
So are you saying in your professional opinion that it is smarter to do it, if you do it in the confines of a relationship, do it with the perfect stranger to the both of you?
In a perfect world, bro, a threesome should be had with 2 women that you are not in love with. In a perfect world.
Don't do it with one that you love.
Unless you guys have established, like if you're in a relationship, you got to have established from the beginning who both of you guys are, what both of you guys are into, to where now that relationship can grow. To where now, yes, you love this girl, but y'all both know that y'all like this separate lifestyle. But if y'all have been living this super normal vanilla life, and then you say to her, hey, let's do something unvanilla. She's like, what?
If you'll get your sherbet ass out of here.
I found my king. Exactly. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that.
You don't want to throw the curveball. Okay. I also want to ask you another question, because I said this out loud in front of people before.
Yeah.
And I get weird looks.
Okay.
Now, porn.
Yeah.
Speaking of porn, people be watching porn.
I'm down a rabbit hole.
Cool. I don't feel right watching other people's porn.
Okay.
I only want to watch me porn. Am I a weirdo for that?
After your description of yourself, yes. If you'd have said, ooh, man, I said, what's up, Doughboy? Was like, yeah. And you turned yourself on, that would have been, I'd have been right up there with you. But after you described yourself, I don't think you want to see yourself doing your thing. Certain angles, you do your thing.
I always got the lighting right. I always crop the thigh meat out of my legs.
Oh, man, the fact that you got to crop thigh meat is hilarious.
You got to crop thigh meat out of dick pics. You ain't never had to crop thigh meat out of a dick pic?
What angles are you shooting from where you got to crop thigh meat?
Man, these thighs, man, these legs, man. This is the last place where to weight legs. Woo. So go ahead.
Okay. What was the question?
Porn.
Okay,
I only want to watch me. Does that make me a weird nigga?
No, I mean, if you've had the opportunity to be with beautiful women, I think that that's a plus. You can't find those types in the porn that you perhaps watch. But if you got your home videos and these are some gorgeous angels, then yeah, why not?
That's what I think. I don't like being judged by people for trying to tell me that I ain't shit. I'm like, I want to watch
judging?
Everybody. I'll be like, man, I like seeing some of me. I love me some me. So I'll be having me on repeat.
Hey, man, you got to do it, bro. You know what I mean? It's like professional amateur porn because you see yourself as the star, as
Absolutely.
if you weren't you. I get it.
And I don't really be into just, I don't know. I used to be into porn more, but then like when I started, like once the emergence of cell phones came, I was like, shit. Because I know they wasn't finna cast me anyway.
In a porn?
Yeah. What?
Were you actively looking to be cast in porn?
Hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
How come there ain't no fat men porn stars?
I don't think people want to see it.
I just thought about that. I just thought about that. Because you got BBW.
Yeah.
You ain't got BBM.
Big, beautiful male.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't. That was
big,
just,
beautiful man.
But I'm just saying, growing up, I always knew as a big nigga I wasn't never going to be a porno star. So I guess I just live vicariously through my own cell phone. Because I don't want to watch somebody else.
I mean, well, that's your prerogative, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, when I'm watching the porn, the guy isn't there to me. I am him, and he is me, and she is. You know what I'm saying?
How much porn would you say you watch on a weekly basis,
brother? It's degrading how much porn. Oh my God,
too much.
Let me put it like this: when I'm watching adult cinema, brother, I am opening up Safari. Mm-hmm. And I'm loading.
So it's just like the regular thing to do. So it's just,
bro, I'm loading up like 10 windows at once, like 10 tabs on one window. So
porn can be coffee for you sometimes. It's just as you wake up.
I have to take a break from it because you get desensitized. And I have a wife that's like, if she catch me watching porn, it's like, I'm in here. And it's like, yes, you are. But I ain't got to worry about making this guy happy. You understand me? Right. I have to just keep it going.
I've never really been into, like, it's not ever really just been a super huge thing to me. But
I mean, I've watched my own brand as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
That's what I just thought about. I just had a brilliant idea.
What?
That nobody has ever done.
What's
that?
I'm
always here.
You got a lot of ideas.
To pitch the ideas.
Yeah.
How come nobody has ever come out with a porno series that was comedy infused? Call it Jokes and Strokes. Jokes and Strokes. Jokes and Strokes to be lit, right?
How would it go, Doughboy?
Show up. So how about a woman shows up to a comedy club?
Okay.
But since it's social distance, she's the only person there.
All right.
And so then she comes up and she sits down. She has a trench coat and she sits down. And then the guy comes out to tell his jokes, but it's just him. He come out, balls out. He starts to tell the joke. They smash right there. That's much better than the pizza delivery, but he does a 5-minute set first.
So he's got to write material.
He has to write material, and if his jokes ain't funny, she don't let him fuck.
So he has to write jokes, perform. Hopefully he's funny. Because if he bombs, not only
all he
is he
to do
bombed,
is eat the butt. So if he bombs, he got to eat the butt. But if he kills it, he can smash. Jokes and strokes.
He has to suffer a loss by bombing with his dick out.
You wouldn't watch that?
No, I would not watch
That's a great idea.
That is a terrible
I'm telling
idea.
you, bro. I keep telling you my genius ideas.
And strokes.
That Jokes and Strokes and my food-flavored incenses. If you don't hop on at the ground level.
Incense. Incense is already pluralized.
I incense you stop saying that.
Let me tell you the things wrong with this idea, okay? I don't want to shoot you down. I just need
first
you
of
to
all, let me
start
pitch it
thinking
correctly.
clear. Okay, go ahead.
Food-flavored incenses.
I thought we were still on jokes
and
strokes.
Okay, go to Jokes and Strokes. Okay.
Jokes and strokes.
Show me the flaws of this.
Okay, the flaws, number one.
Okay.
Somebody has to be in a comedy club. You have to find a comedy club that's willing for you to shoot porn in. That's one.
Okay. But of course you can dress it up to look like. And now I had another idea.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Now you put 5 women.
Oh, okay. So we're still social distance or no?
No. So now it's 5 women, but they're all separate apart.
Got it.
But now you got to perform in front of them.
Okay. With your dick out.
With your dick out.
Got it.
And you got to hit. And if the jokes don't hit, then you got to do, like, you know what I'm saying? So the judges, as they judge you, like, that was fire. You killed it. Come get some head. Boom. You get some head. But if it's trash, eat the butt.
Can I give you another, maybe an alternate idea?
Okay, I'm here.
4 jokes and strokes.
Okay, jokes and strokes.
How about do you remember back in the day you would watch West Coast Productions and they would have like the rappers and they would have like rap videos and the girl would be dancing
Yes.
and then it would cut to them talking after and fucking?
Yes.
Why don't you do that with the jokes and strokes? You have a regular setup of him maybe performing his material, right? You see a couple of shots of her in the crowd laughing, feeling his vibe. Afterwards, she tells them how funny they are, and then they start fucking.
Nigga, we just came up with a genius
No,
fucking idea.
I don't want
I'm
no
gonna
parts
let
of
you
this.
invest
I
in this
want
on the
you to
ground
have-
level.
I don't want no parts
It's only gonna cost you $11,000 this week. On the ground level, think about it.
Oh.
Nobody has ever done it. Niggas say it's crazy. It's always crazy until somebody does it.
You know why nobody does jokes and strokes?
Why?
Because to do stand-up comedy, you need genuine skill. So that's why comedians don't do it, because nobody's trying to give up their dream and go straight to porn. Okay? It's easier to find rappers because some rappers be like, yo.
That's the one monkey wrench in my program.
I can do it. Anybody could write for me and I just start slinging dick. I can still be on the charts. I remember my first album cover I ever saw was Too Short. It was a girl laying down and her butt was up and he had his hands like this and he looked up for
looking at y'all
looking at us, and I was like, there's a woman on a cover of an album with her butt out
and he's breaking the fourth wall.
I thought he was a porn star, because I was a kid. I was like, is this guy a porn star and he's rapping?
He was the first porn star rapper. Did you ever listen to Freaky Tales?
No.
Freaky Tales was it was like a porno record to a beat.
But you also from the Bay Area, so y'all know a lot
Sacramento.
More. Sacramento. Tell me more.
Hey, I got the blicky on me right now. Blicky but the sticky.
So how come people from Sac, I get it, it's like because I'm not from there, but isn't Sacramento in the area of the Bay?
No, nigga, it's an hour away from Oakland, and it's 2, and this is no disrespect to the Bay. I got a lot of love in the Bay, but we ain't the Bay. We the fucking capital of California. The entire state. Why don't we get love? We gave you the kings. Not no rings, but the kings. Kings are more important than rings.
Okay.
Like, seriously, I don't. So when people be like, oh, you from the Bay? No, nigga. I'm from Sac. Put some respect on it. 916. You understand that?
I'm from Detroit, and our capital of Michigan is Lansing. But nobody is big up in Lansing.
Man, I bet there's some real niggas in Lansing.
There probably are.
And I bet you if you ask Lansing niggas,
capital
hey,
niggas.
Man, you from Detroit? They be like, man, fuck, I'm from Lansing.
Everybody who's not from Detroit says that they're from Detroit because nobody knows where anything else in Michigan is.
I've never been to Detroit.
It's incredible.
You got to take me there.
I'm not going to take you.
So you shot down my first idea. And you did find a flaw. Let's see if you're as lucky with my second idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
Food, flavor, incenses. Or like how you would say it, incense.
You mean the way it's supposed to be said?
You nerd. So think about it. A lot of times people have incense, they be stuff like peach lavender, home oasis, cucumber water, stupid shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You mean the things that people are calmed by and want to smell?
But I'm calmed by lemon pepper.
Okay.
I'm calmed by nachos. Think about it. If you have a chick come over.
Yep.
Well, now you wouldn't deal with this. You're married.
No.
But let's just say your wife's coming home. Let's just say you want to give her a good dinner, right? Cool. You don't really feel like cooking, so you Postmates like most of us, but you lie, you put the dishes around and make it seem like you cooked. You put a lemon pepper incense so you can make her some lemon pepper celery because we know she don't eat chicken, like, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, she comes in the house. It's an inviting aroma. Oh my God, it's going to be a great night. You can make the house smell like food. You never walk in a house and get in a bad mood if it smells like food.
You do if you don't find out that the food is gone. How many times have you been to somebody's house? You be like, ooh, I smell some chicken. They be like, yeah, he just ate the last of it. You like, why the fuck does it still smell like chicken?
If I burn the food flavor incense but there ain't no groceries, now I just piss somebody off.
Double time.
Shit.
You got to start thinking, brother.
Man, I'm gonna push some things around with that one. Okay, but before we food
flavored incense,
I think it needs to happen. I'm just telling you, whenever I smell food, like, think about it. Whenever you used to go home back in the day, long day at school, you come home and you smell mama's cooking, maybe we could talk to Mama CT, patent her food that smells that you used to smell when you were a child, and then you can smell that here in LA. How else can you smell your mama food?
By having her cook for me when I'm home or having her mail me the food.
Nigga, you can't mail nobody no food.
What are you talking about?
You can't mail a nigga no food.
I've done it several times. My mom has cooked for me and sent it.
Whoa, we are not just going to scooch past the facts.
You don't get that?
Your mom is putting collard greens in FedEx packages?
Well, first of all, brother.
What is she, air zipping a catfish?
She said, what's the last thing she made me? She made me some lasagna, sent it.
How do you mail lasagna?
Easy. You package it, brother. Like, you package it in one of those sealed joints, and then you throw it into the box. It's very, man.
And you don't lose nothing flavor-wise with the flight.
No, and you have them do it like next day air, right? And then I've had there was this Creole restaurant.
You really
Creole
out here
vegan.
next day and your mama cooking?
Bro, what else am I gonna do? I'm trying not to eat Popeyes every day. I would love for my mom to send me some chicken.
Popeye, they know me up there. That's how I know shit is getting out of hand. Oh, Kiara back.
He like 2 wings. He don't like legs.
Give me that box back. They don't know what they're doing with your
I don't know. If there's not a black woman or an older Latin woman in the kitchen of any restaurant that I go to,
I speed off.
I can't be there.
I ain't out of here.
I need you old and Latin or old and black. I can't take it in.
Off the rip. Hold on. There was something else in here that I know I wanted to talk about before we got out of here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yes, those 2 things that I wanted to talk about. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the question I have for you. So are you, obviously you're not just asking us to be asking us. So Tony's not going to give you.
A threesome?
Yeah. Because I feel like you brought this up before and you needed some
I don't think so.
Some crowd support.
I don't think so. Like, listen, hop in the comments. Hop in the comments and hashtag give Doe that Treyway.
Give Doe the Treyway.
Hashtag, maybe we can make that shit trend.
The Treyway, give Doe the Treyway.
Absolutely.
Hashtag donation.
But at this point, to be very, very honest though, me and her have been through so much in our relationship, like, makeups, breakups, all that shit. So I was actually just telling her, like, I was like, babe, I'm actually just 100% I'm good. I don't even think I want that.
That's your problem.
And 45 minutes later, I was like, why the fuck would you say that?
Because you're trying to get back in. we say the thing that we think that they want to hear to stay there instead of just saying how we really feel.
Okay, but maybe you can help me with that. How can I explain that then? Because one-on-one with her, she knocks it out the park, like second to none.
Yeah.
How do you tell somebody that is perfect sexually that I want to do it with you and another person without making them feel like nigga?
Oh, I can tell you how the execution of. Let me tell you.
We might have to have a tutorial on that.
Let me tell you this. Let's say she gives you the threesome. All right. This is what you have to do while you're having the threesome. Don't forget that I said this.
Okay.
All the men out there too, you listen to this. When you're having the Treyway.
Treyway.
That's a dope name, by the way.
Treyway. It doesn't sound nearly as bad as threesome. Don't say it in New York though. Niggas might start shooting in the air.
That's
say
a fact.
It just out here.
Yeah. Or deep LA. You never know.
Or just in the confines of your own home.
Just keep it on the phone. So I think this is what happens.
Okay.
She gives you the Treyway, right? Before you even touch the other girl, you have to please your lady. You got to make sure she pops off. Because, women be popping off like 10, 12 times. Make sure she get that first one out the way. Now you start touching the other girl in front of her and you let the other girl touch her if that's the agreement that everybody made.
Right.
And then you dabble. You good over here, baby? You go back over here. Then you go back and dabble.
So don't do too much. So you don't stay over here for 25 minutes like an idiot.
No.
Here.
That's how relationships end.
It's like tennis. It's like,
yes. And that's why it gets exhausting, which is why I say you don't really want a threesome. But you've never done it. So I'm telling you, make sure the queen is satisfied first. Then you go to the visitor. Then you go right back to the queen. Hey, we good? Everything good over here? All right, cool. I'm going to go back over here. You let me know if you need anything.
It's just communication.
Bam. Communication. But this isn't a communication part because she can't communicate this to you. You have to know this as her man. Take care of her first. Make sure she's good. Then you go over here, then you go back to your girl, and then you back over here, and then you finish.
That sounds like a lot of stamina, nigga. 7 to 12 minutes is the expected time I'm thinking of.
Well, brother, all I got is 5 minutes.
Niggas said do this, do that. I'm like, there's a whole lot of steps.
Listen, foreplay is completely different. You can finish your lady before the other girl even gets there. Do you think? Oh, this is exciting. Back to my lady.
See, but I be having like thoughts in my mind, like if I finally do get a threesome, I'm probably gonna do some nut shit like just bust hella fast and just disappoint both of them. And then just be trying to cook for them to make them feel better.
Well, you've been working out, so your testosterone and your stamina should be where it needs to be.
And I have actually.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you'll be good in the area. You're gonna rise to the occasion, hella pause. You're gonna deliver. You're gonna be solid. All right.
Gonna be good, man. This has been fun, man. I love always just sitting here chopping it up, having a conversation. We did want to talk about the new Batman. Did you want to wait till next week to talk about that?
I feel like let's do that. That's what I wanted to bring up to you.
Okay.
So,
I had to tell you something too that I thought about. But go ahead. No, you go first.
So, this is the other piece of content that we should give people. I read in one of your comments, they're like, man, I want this twice a week. And I've seen that more than 5 times. So I think that we should do an after show online like we had done previous shows, right? And do the same thing. So it's like the after show, no more than like 20 minutes where we just rehash or talk about something that we didn't get to during the show. Maybe that's the ticket.
Okay.
Talk about whatever we didn't get to, right? And then after we talk about that, we do the same thing. We drop it on the Patreon a couple days before for the people who want to see it early, and then you drop it on your page for the people who like, I don't really rock with y'all, but I rock with y'all.
Right.
Bam. And then go from there.
I'm definitely with that. I'm 100% with that. And I had another idea too. Like, first of all, I want to tell you something that happened. I was driving over here because I've always been like a very visionary kind of person. Like I can see things before they happen. Yeah. I literally because
except how to ask your girl for a threesome. Keep going.
Shit with that. But so I was driving over here and like because like that's really what I've been thinking. Like I've been like, yo, this podcast, I've just been putting a lot of energy. Yeah. And literally as I was driving here, I had a vision, like literally, and it was very, very clear as day. And I'm just gonna tell you exactly how it was. Yep. We were both dressed up like in superhero costumes. Okay. And we were doing something as our podcast, but guess where it was at?
Where was it?
Comic-Con. And I don't know why we were there. But we were there and we were on stage and everybody was like, yo, Justice League is at, and it was like a big thing. And I also have an idea for a movie that I want to write for us, but I'll tell you about that off camera and we can tell. But I had an idea.
Tell us in the after show.
I'll tell them in the after show.
I like that.
There we go. So boom. So we definitely got a lot of stuff
yeah, man.
Dropping. So yeah, I didn't really have shit else to say. I was looking for some profound statement to end the episode with. But thank
Justice
you guys.
League podcast.
We will see you guys same time, same place next week. We hope, and also hop in the comments and let us know what you think of the new dig. Shout out to Third World Podcast Studio. Let us know what you guys think. Yeah, it's lit. All that good stuff.
Same shit all day.